Good afternoon, everyone. Give it a minute or so to get everyone logged in.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today. It looks like we're ready to get started. During the webinar, if you have any questions, please feel free to enter them into the question box on your screen. And then at the end of the webinar, we will take a moment to answer those. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Kyle to start our webinar today.
Thanks for joining us. Fortunately, my webcam's out, so you'll have to just trust it's me. And so yeah, Paul and I are going to step you through some new policy and procedures functionality. These webinars, we try to keep them 20 minutes. So we'll be concise as we step through it. But Paul, I think just to get everyone up to speed, can you give everyone a little rundown on your background in the industry?
Sure thing. So I'm in my 24th year of propane. I've done literally just about everything you could do in the field, from drivers, techs, manager. The last 10 years I've been in was in the safety department for AmeriGas, with my last role being safety director before joining P3 last June. As the safety director, I had the responsibility over 1,600 locations, thousands of employees in the retail side, as well as the bottle refurbishing sections of AmeriGas. So yeah, definitely a lot to handle there. Glad to be with P3 and able to continue my career here.
That's great. Yeah, Paul is based in the Mid-Atlantic. He's doing trainings in that area, booking his calendar now, and sounds like you had some stressful days.
To say the least. Yeah, it's never ending when you're in that role.
Why are policies and procedures so important?
Well, in my opinion, together, they kind of marry together, policies and procedures. They'll guide your organization and reduce the risk of liability. They also promote consistency across your organization, not just for your employees, but your customers as well.
What do you have reviewing policies and procedures? Are there ones that you can name off the top of your head that are absolutely critical for marketers to have?
Oh yeah, that's pretty easy. You've got, propane policies and procedures that, every propane company should have. The PPE, leak response, leak check, pre-fill inspections, evacuating containers, cathodic protection, leak check. All those are really critical to have in place for your propane organization. Then there are others that you might not think of, that OSHA is going to want to see, like forklift safety, HAZCOM, bloodborne pathogens, lockout, tagout, PPE, first aid, fire prevention, emergency action plans. That's just to name a few. But us at P3, we have, I don't know, Kyle, what is it, right around 100 different policies and procedures that we can utilize and leverage to help your organization.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we do to help the industry and our clients, or the services we provide, is development of policies and procedures. So if you don't have any, or if it's been a long time since you've really scrutinized those, we'd love to help. And one of the things that's really important with policies and procedures is that it just doesn't become a book on the shelf, that it is ingrained in your business, and that your team is reviewing them regularly and updating them as your business changes and as codes and best practices evolve. And that's one of the advantages of our policy and procedure product, is annually we provide an update to all of our clients that are subscribing to policies and procedures, providing updates about specifically that, code changes and best practices. And this year, we've actually, I think, made the policies and procedure product even a lot cooler, and found some ways to keep that in front of your team in ways that it hadn't before. So I'm going to pull over our desktop site. So this is a dashboard. I'm going to step through how the policies and procedures are, the update that we've made recently to our existing clients. So everyone, if you're part of our subscription service and got policies and procedures from us, this is either live or will be live soon. And so what you would do to access, this is a test site, so please excuse the dashboard, which has a lot going on. Click on the P3. We're going to go down to policies and procedures. And now what we've done is we've basically built this as a dynamic product. So you're able to drill into whatever it is relative that you need to be dealing with. So if it was a container, I can drill in. It's also searchable. So if I wanted to search odor, for example, I can do that, and all the policies relating to that particular search are outlined. If I wanted to print this out for training purposes, or to run a safety meeting potentially, I can just do export PDF. And this is going to now be a printable document for me. So that's the desktop site. The other big thing that we've done is add policies and procedures to our mobile service. This is really important for all of your employees to be aware of these policies, and probably in the field is at times when you might need them the most. Really, the cool thing about this, again, just like our mobile service in general, these are available offline. So what you're going to be able to do, click on the hamburger menu, go to more options. And there's our plant inspection, which we rolled out last week. Very excited about that. And you're going to click on policies and procedures. And that's going to bring you to the same sort of dynamic page. We can drill in, we can find what we need, and we can utilize it in the field. It's cool to be developing this. We think that this brings a lot more value to our clients. Hopefully some people that aren't using policies and procedures, they see this, and that it helps with the process of saying, yes, let's move forward with it. So we're going to continue to invest in these products. We feel they're bringing a lot of value, and this is the new functionality that we're rolling out, and it's either live or will be live soon. So I think at this point we're at 9 minutes, so maybe this is a quicker than 20-minute webinar, but I think we can open up for questions, unless, Paul, if there's anything else on your end you want to cover.
No, I'm good, Kyle.
So we did have 2 questions that came in. One is, if you're interested in policies and procedures manuals through P3, what are the next steps?
You want to take that one, Paul?
Sure. So the next step would probably to reach out to me. and I can certainly, you know, point you in the right direction. We'll hold a meeting, kind of discuss what your needs are, and we'll narrow it down and get something put together for you. It's a pretty easy operation, and these policies and procedures are going to be individualized for your organization.
Awesome, thank you. So then the other question that we have is, how should your policies and procedures manual change and update over time?
I could take that one as well. So there's really two reasons for policies and changes that kind of pop up in my head. One is a change in best practice. Maybe you have new equipment, for example, like the new Venturi evac system. That's relatively new to the industry as far as that particular piece of equipment. So we have a policy that we recently put in for that. Also, you know, you think about incidents that may happen in the industry over time that may change, you know, that could have been avoided if there had been a policy or procedure in place. And then the other one that comes right to mind is code changes. So if a code changes, you know, a policy that's related to that code would also need to be updated as well.
And I'll add on to that too. It kind of plays off the first point that Paul brought up. It's really as your business evolves. You know, maybe you got new equipment or you're doing something new, and it's just critical in this industry that it's not just you're doing it some way because Paul told you that's how the way it's done. It needs to be written, it needs to be reviewed, it needs to be trained, it needs to be updated as the company changes or as potentially personnel change within the company. It's a tough thing to get right, but it adds a lot of value. And once you get them installed, keeping it going on an annual basis is a way less work. You know, having, you know, certainly it should evolve as circumstances change, but having an annual review every year where you look back and stepping through the entire document is something that we'd certainly recommend. So if you're not using policies and procedures, we'd love to talk to you. If you are one of our clients and using it, please and have some questions. We're standing by. We hope you like this new functionality. We'll be doing more of this sort of stuff. So Michaela, if there aren't any more questions, I think it's a short one this time.
Yep, no more questions on my end.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll be back shortly. Have a great day, everyone.
All right.
Thank you.